Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you had a really awesome Pride weekend. I know that I did. It was absolutely the best Pride that I've had to date, and I've been celebrating Pride, I think, since I was 16. So, that's saying a lot. I'm just gonna go over a couple things that happened over the weekend, highlights, and just, explain sort of what Pride meant to me this year. With Orlando, there was a lot of concern on my end, and everybody pretty much I know shared some sort of concern about safety after everything that happened with Orlando. I just want to say right off the bat, I was really impressed with the way that the cops and marshals for all the various marches and events and security were really handling the situation. I actually felt very safe the whole weekend, and they were present without being completely in my face to the point where it was ruining the experience. So, thanks everybody, that was awesome. And thankfully nothing happened, at least to my knowledge. So, Friday was really, really special. I was really, confused and conflicted as to how I could really feel like I was equally celebrating both my identities as a queer person and a trans man. This was my first Pride out as a trans man, so that was really important to me to be able to create that balance. And I think I actually did a pretty good job. Friday was Trans Day of Action, and that was really memorable to me. Might have been the best day, I think, out of all 3 days. At least the march was just particularly memorable. So I decided there's 2 marches. There's one at the pier, and then there's one that the Audre Lorde Project organized at Washington Square Park, which just goes through the village and then circles back to the park. And that was the one I went to, met up with some friends. It was really amazing. It felt so empowering to just chant out all these great chants and have everybody following along, and I felt just such a strong sense of community. There must have been at least 300 people, 400 people. There were a lot of people there. I'd be interested to know exactly how long it started with kind of an open mic situation, closed out with an open mic situation, and otherwise we were marching along with our signs and our outfits. I was totally decked out in paint, and it was really, really exciting. That evening, I went to Pride Day Party, which was hosted by Hot Rabbit at Slake, NYC. It was 3 floors packed with beautiful people. I mean, it was so hot. I'm surprised I didn't honestly pass out. But it was worth it because there were DJs on every floor, and I went specifically to see Kate Monig play, spin. And she's honestly the best DJ I've seen live. I was really, really impressed. If any of you were like, who is Kate Monig? A lot of you actually totally know who Kate Monig is. You probably know her better as Shane from The L Word, and I was fanboying on a level that is undescribable. I ended up getting very close to the stage, and actually, as she was exiting, she was literally right in front of me. Security just took her out so fast, but she was really amazing, and the dancers were amazing, and it was just a lot of fun. Even though I ended up going by myself, it really didn't matter, and it's a great venue. Saturday, I spent the day pretty much solo. Unfortunately, some plans changed around, but I got to do some pretty cool things regardless of all the frustrations. I started the day after 5 hours of sleep with a couple of friends at Reese Park Beach, which I had not been to regardless of the fact that it is literally 10 minutes away from me. But I guess it's easy to do that when I have a beach right outside my building. But Reese Park, for those who don't know, in Queens is a very queer-friendly beach. I was not really aware of this until a couple weeks ago, and I'm so glad that I finally went. It's really beautiful, and also they have a truck with lobster mac and cheese egg rolls that are dope. But it was really nice to relax on the beach and just sort of soak in everything from Friday, even though I was super sleep deprived. That evening, That afternoon, I had two parties that I was supposed to attend. I went to Brooklyn, where I was going to be spending the evening, and I went to the Posture magazine party, which was at the White Hotel on the rooftop. It was, hopefully amazing, but I wouldn't know because I didn't get in. Actually, I waited online for like an hour and a half. It was totally crazy. I ended up leaving, and it kind of felt like a little bit of a waste, but I did find a really cool cafe, so that was cool. After that, I drove a little bit further to Bam Fisher, which was something else, I'll tell you. It was the Every Booty Party, which is apparently annual. I don't know how I hadn't heard about it until this point, but it's basically several floors of this building that I think is 7 floors, and I think every floor had something, but I didn't go to every floor. But they just had different DJs. It was basically a night of music and other arts and dancing. I saw some incredible performances. Dick Van Dyke was there. Batala NYC gave an unbelievable performance. High Fashion gave an unbelievable performance. There were just... I only left at 1:30 purely because I could not stand and dance anymore. My feet were on fire. I thought that I was going to die, and I knew I had to march on Sunday, so if there was any hope of me enjoying Sunday, I had to head home, and I didn't really get a lot of sleep either. But Sunday I woke up charged anyway, excited. I marched in the parade with my aunt and 2 of my best friends and some other buddies. Thanks, Christian, again. I'm wearing this shirt right now. I marched with Pride Center of Staten Island. They are an incredible center for LGBTQAI youth, and it was a privilege and an honor to march with them. It was my first parade marching. I had so much fun just seeing everybody, seeing the different outfits, just feeling that immense amount of empowerment and community, again, safety. I mean, there were bomb squads at every corner. They really did a good job of making sure it was safe, and afterwards I went to an early dinner, ended up meeting Zach Braff, who said that he loves Pride, which was just everything. I was, again, fanboying. A lot of fanboying this weekend. And then after that, I ended up going into Stonewall, which surprisingly didn't take a long time to get into. And it was like nothing I'd ever seen before in terms of Stonewall. The entire bar. The music was great. I met up with some friends and his family there. And it was just a really great time. Everybody and anybody was stopping in to dance and have a good time. Afterwards, I stopped by the memorial outside for the Orlando victims, which was very sombering, to say the least. I was having a lot of really serious health issues that were going on specifically right when Orlando happened, so I never had an opportunity to go to a vigil or march or do any of these things that I absolutely would have done. I would have done all of them. So it was important for me to be able to stand there and stop and sort of memorialize and remember and send out, feelers out there, my energies. But yeah, eventually I got home really late and I was like soaking in the day, and I actually was scrolling through Facebook and saw that my dad had written a Facebook status to his entire universe saying that he was exhausted from all the pride and that he was proud of me, and he used my proper pronouns. So he said, "Shout out to Jamie, I'm proud of him." And that was the moment when I decided this was the best pride I've ever had. There are not enough words to describe what it meant to me to see that, and I'm still on a natural high from that, feeling that so deep in my heart. And just the whole weekend, I mean, Pride, as the years have gone along, Pride just seems to mean more and more to me. It's different every year. I go with different people. My identity is usually different, like, every year. I think we're set now. But it's just it's amazing. There's no better feeling than being at Pride surrounded by all of these people in the community who are just there to support you. And I felt like after Orlando, there was a really big sense of community that was lacking in previous years. I mean, last year was a really big celebration with marriage equality, but this year it was just on a totally different level. I felt like everybody really understood how important visibility is, and I really just think it's important to not forget that feeling and not forget the importance of visibility and community and being there for each other. You know, there's every day there are issues even within the sections of the community, and all of this hate within the community has to stop if we're going to expect people outside of our community to understand us and to accept us and to love us as human beings and to bring this equality and to treat us just like everyone else. And it's really important to just remember that and take that. Let's take that every single day. I mean, every other day, you know, cis straight people are celebrating their lives and walking around, and they're celebrated automatically by society, and they don't have to do anything or say anything. It's just automatic. So we need to make ourselves visible. We need to put in that extra effort to make that happen and hope that, you know, soon enough our generations won't have to suffer like we have. It's just so important. I just wanted to say that. And yeah, that was my Pride weekend. It was amazing. I hope that you had an incredible weekend. Please, please, please let me know if you made a video about your Pride weekend or if you have something really awesome that you want to share. Please let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to talk about it, and I love hearing your stories. And I hope you have a great Monday, guys.